I'm going to introduce myself for those that obviously follow you. They know a little bit about myself, and then you can introduce yourself. So I'm Bernardo Moya. I'm the founder of The Best You, and I am very interested and very honored to have here today Berny, who is the founder of CEO Space, the man behind it, who everyone knows, everyone that I've spoken to knows Berny. And well, I'm the founder of The Best You, and we're running this event, which is in Long Beach on the 24th and 25th of March. And we're running one on the 16th and 17th of February here in London, and Bernie's speaking at both. And this is an event around self-empowerment. I will share the screen afterwards, so for those that are watching it, can literally log in and have a look and see what it's about. But it's an event dedicated to helping, inspiring others, and we pretty much cover any and every aspect of personal and professional growth. We've got 180 speakers in the UK and 160 speakers in the US. And it's literally an opportunity to meet very inspiring people, to connect, to get great ideas, to connect, to network. And we're honored to have you there, Bernie. So thank you so much for being there. Please introduce yourself for my tribe. Tell me a little bit about who you are and your journey, how you got to where you are now.
Well, as you know, CEO Space has been in 140 countries for 30 years. We teach all over the EU. I have had my offices in the EU for over 45 years. I have two careers. I was an investment banker running a firm that was public as large as Smith Barney all over the world. And I have run CEO Space for 30 years. So we're the #1 on Forbes, #1 on Inc., #1 worldwide on business acceleration. And I'm going to give some secrets. I'm so excited about your conference. And I'm a top 10 keynote Forbes speaker. And I'm going to give secrets about how to use your social capital to get the relationship, which is the only ship that matters, into your business acceleration. We're in the biggest boom of your adult lifetime, of our generation, the EU, the world, the Asia markets. We're never going to see this next 7 years like we're getting now. And this is the time you've got to risk winning, which is what I know you're so excited about in both conferences.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, thank you so much. And I think kind of one of the things that people underestimate, as I said, is the power of connections, the power of networking. And that's something that, well, I find, and I come across a lot of people in whatever the business may be, their industry is, but in particular in the business of personal development, where they tend to try, they try to do things alone, and making sure that you've got a great network of people and surrounding yourself by the greatest is obviously one of the most important decisions that you can make. And I believe that that's one of the things that CEO Space does so well, isn't it?
I'm going to teach because I grew up with Napoleon Hill on his lap. My father was his coach, and the greatest thought leaders of this century came to my father for training. Napoleon Hill worked for my father's company till he died. Right. And I'm going to tell you about the secret of the 7 stones. I'm going to yank that right out of a picnic table with my father and Napoleon Hill and put it on your stage for the first time. And those 7 stones, who you hang out with most of the time, defines your income, your future, and your joy and happiness. And you get to pick who your 7 stones are. I'm also going to give you the secrets of crowdfunding worldwide. Capital is new. It's not hard. There are 34 million small businesses in America, and 96% are solo entrepreneurs. We're helping those people raise $1 million like fame. It's just knowledge. It's just learning the new rules, the box top rules that we can all play, and you can make your business grow in this age of association. Pay to click for advertising. Get your leads qualified and in. It's never been easier. And it's just getting that new knowledge of how to learn faster, unlearn faster, and relearn faster in the age of super change. I will teach you how to prosper in the age of super change, and you won't have to wait to accelerate. Is that good?
That sounds like amazing. Like I hope I have time to come and listen to your talk. I'm sure I will be there. Luckily, we're going to be recording it, or we're going to be putting it out there. I think one of the things that I've identified, and this is a massive, it's a massive generalization, and I'm very aware of that, and I'm careful of that. But what I have noticed with the speakers, exhibitors, the business people that we have here, in London in comparison with the US is how open, ready, and predisposed they are to kind of share their expertise and to explore straight away, you know, what is it you do? What's your net worth? How can we work together? And then taking action, because that's one of the things that I struggle here in the UK. You know, I sometimes think, are we ahead of our time? Does people not really get what we're offering? I mean, as far as the best you, and what's the different mindset that you see? And again, I'm careful because we've got amazing businesses, amazing business and entrepreneurs here in the UK. But what would you say is the difference between an entrepreneur in the UK maybe with an American one?
You know, it is complicated. It is cultural. We still have in an EU a fabulous tapestry of culture. You're the parents of this planet. America are the children. They do wonderful things. They take wonderful risks, but sometimes they have bad manners, you know, and they don't appreciate how to listen to the adults because they could learn so much from them. And I found in 45 years as a German baron from my grandparents and lineage back into the EU community. My great-grandfather was the Surgeon General to the King of Denmark. And so we come from a royal family, and I understand the European culture tapestry. And there's got to be great respect, you know, to learn, because if we're, you know, respectful children, the parents of our nation and our civilization, our laws, will teach us and are loving to teach us. We're a little arrogant and we come off with that arrogance. The European is going to fold their arms and wait. And, you know, there's a way in which you have to deal with someone that has the traditions in Belgium or the traditions in France or the traditions in Spain. And you all know that respect at the UK and everywhere in the EU, but Americans have to learn it because we're kind of one culture across this whole giant landscape of this United States. And in the EU, it's many cultures. And we have a lot to learn, and be patient with us, you parents of the planet, and allow us to gravitate toward our maturity to learn from you. And I think we're coming into this great collab, this great cooperation. This competition is fading, and we're starting to get the alliances and cooperations of the whole world. And it is part of the thrill of celebrating our diversity and not punishing it. But Americans need a little more patience in dealing with the cultural diversity and allowing that culture. It's not speeding up or catching up. Sometimes in Europe, I think it's a great asset to slow down to catch up. You know, you don't have to speed up to catch up. So what's the traditions of greatness in the cultural tapestries of Europe is the strength of its marketplace to the world, and it's what we want. We don't want the UK to lose its flavor or the French to lose its flavor, and that's Parisian French or the Cape de Jour French or the country French, and the Spanish, and the whether it's Catalonia or all of the tapestry of Spain or all of the tapestry of Germany. I mean, we just got the German coalition done. I think all of EU celebrates that and is grateful for that. And it's part of cooperation versus competition coming together. And even in America, when you see all the mess we're going through, give us a little consideration that within that is a oneness too. And so we report the news a little differently in our space, and it's pretty raw and vulgar sometimes, but we're just finding our way back to the great parenting that Europe provides to us. And you'll see that respect in my speaking in London to you and our European family and community. And I will give you secrets people pay $10,000 to receive just on stage in London next week. And if you have the time, drop what you're doing, get into this learning experience and give yourself the skill set, because we're about to get to March, which is the spring forward financially. The snows melt, the weather shifts, and all over the EU, everybody goes back to work, and 3/4 of America that's been under ice storms, snow, record low temperatures is going back to work. And the numbers are great. The earnings are terrific. But when everybody goes back to work in the spring, we're going to have the biggest market of 2018 of our adult lifetime. If you want to pull the slingshot back to get that market in 2018, you can't miss this conference.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Thank you very much. Well, listen, we're very excited to have you there. So for those that may or may not know, as I said, Bernie's speaking in both events, and I'm going to share the screen in a minute. So we are basically putting a very big event together, and it's called the Best You Expo. So I will type it in here for those that haven't seen it. So www.thebestyouexpo.com, and that's it. So you go to the site, which is visit London, or you can come to the US one. Now, if we go here to the UK one, well, if the show experience, if you go to speakers and talent, well, that's where you'll find all the hundreds of speakers that we got speaking there throughout the 2 days. And yeah, we have, as you see, we've got Bernie here, and that's where all the information is regarding his talk, the 2 different times that he's speaking, the slots, and pretty much all the information. It's a free talk. It's included within the ticket, which is £10-15 in the UK and $20-25 in the US. So very, very affordable. We're really trying to reach as many people around the world. And this year, what we're doing differently, which is we're very excited about, we're going to be streaming both events, certain parts throughout the 2 days, which is very exciting. In the US, we're really planning through some of our partners to really reach as many people as possible. So you'll hear more about that if you're someone that lives, I don't know, far in the States and can't make it to Long Beach that weekend, or if you don't live in London, you live in Europe and you can't make it, well, watch this space because we're going to be streaming. But then additionally to that, what we're doing this year, which is very exciting, is we're doing our event virtually. And what that means is that anyone can literally attend and view the 300 talks, because we've created a global summit. So that's the London and the US. We've packaged it together. We've created a product called the Global Summit, and anyone can watch it from anywhere in the world. In the US, we've got an amazing lineup of speakers: Jim Quick, Dave Asprey from Bulletproof, Dean Graziosi, Mastin Kidd, Dave Metzler. We've got Ismail Kalla, and obviously Bernie and CEO Space, some fantastic exhibitors as well. So we look forward to seeing you. And what I do know, and I think you'll share the same with me, Bernie, is that there's nothing like meeting, engaging with people live, is there? I mean, I know there's a lot of webinars. We're recording something here now, and I know
as a person that has made billions, you know, I have to tell you that I noticed my income over 40 years goes up based on the frequency of the meetings I attended to get this computer upgraded, and the associations I made that were so fantastic. And when I cut those meetings back, my income fell. So now I watched that over the last couple decades to not let it fall. So it really, in the age of association, you need to get offline and get in line and meet people. And then I train you. I'm an investment banker economist. I will be meeting you privately and coaching you and giving you free training. And you can't get that. All these speakers, hundreds, are going to train you, meet you privately, give you one-on-one values. You can't get that anywhere. I think it's the best value per ticket in the world today. And we're #1 on the most prestigious list, Forbes, in the business conference world. We endorse that the perfect you have to be there. You have to get out of your chair to get into the wealth estate that this conveyor belt's going to bring you. So I couldn't endorse it more highly. And we're very fussy about who we endorse. And at this stage, I'm very fussy about where I go on a stage. So I can't wait to meet you, and I'm going to coach you personally. And all you have to do is get a ticket and come visit with all of my buddies, and we will make this computer get 2018 where you accelerate your bottom line, your profits, your personal growth, your relationship, your home space, your workspace, and you won't have to wait to accelerate. You won't.
You're absolutely right, and that's a great one, Bernie. I mean, I make fun a lot of times of people that, you know, you see them queuing for like days to buy their latest Apple 8, 9, 10, but then, you know, they spend the rest of their life watching it without going and actually interacting. So updating this software, as you define it, is a really, really important part of
It's
growth.
the ball game.
of learning.
Yeah, it's the ball game. I mean, I really feel you said it. Who you hang out with, the associations. I'll go to that meeting and I'll have multi-million-dollar things that will happen, associations, affiliates you couldn't predict, because God's plan for your life is so much greater than your plan. Just get yourself in the way of other spiritual beings and be in their presence, because the awake people, the wake beings on the planet, they're going to the perfect you. They're hanging out together at meetings like this. Those are the awakes. And you just go faster, you grow faster, and there'll be billionaires hanging out with millionaires, helping those just starting up. You never see anything like it. And that's why I think it's so important in both the US and London. Get your ticket and get in the door, because this is where you'll put the pedal to the floor, and you'll have more. You'll have more in your life.
Bernie, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. As I said, it was just a very brief introduction. You're literally just trying to share some of the amazing speakers we've got. This is going to go out to our community. I'll share the video as well. You can share it with yours. Thank you so much. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you and listening to your talk in London and in Long Beach.
Well, God bless you for doing this. And I can't wait to meet you, because you're the reason I'm speaking.
Thank you so much, Bernie. Take care. Have a great day. Thank you so much.